Hello, welcome to Statecraft IAS and Social Perspective Sociology in Newspaper series. In this series, we shall discuss daily news articles in sociological perspective and revise relevant sociology related UPSC mains concepts with the help of a newspaper on daily basis. In today's video, we have an article in the main page saying Taliban assert control over Afghanistan. As police withdraw, militants take over checkpoints in Kabul. Now here we have a photograph showing people of Afghanistan fleeing from country out of fear of Talibans. Now if we try to analyze this particular action of Afghans who are trying to flee from country out of the fear of Talibans in social perspective, it is definitely a social action. Now we'll look upon it later whether it classifies as social action under Weberian definition, but Weber has classified social action into four types. One is Zweckrechthnal, other one is Wertrechthnal, other one is emotional, and the last one is traditional social action. Now Zweckrechthnal social action is something which has both means which are rational and ends also rational. Both means and ends in Zweckrechthnal social action are rational. In Wertrechthnal social action, whereas ends are rational but means are not rational. Means are justified because of the value commitment. That means because of the ends being rational, their means are justified, but means and ends are both are not rational. Only ends are rational, means are irrational. In emotional social action, actions are driven by emotions like love, hate, compassion, etc. Fear is also one of the emotions. Hence, some action done out of fear can also be classified as emotional social action. Whereas traditional social action is something which has come or which is done out of tradition. Now this particular social action, that is fleeing from country, trying to flee from country out of fear of Taliban, can be classified as emotional social action as it is done out of emotion, and it can be also be classified as Wertrechthnal social action because their ends are rational, that means to save their own lives or to lead a meaningful life, but their means are not rational. Why? They are trying to board a plane over it, on top of it, and save their lives. But will they be saved if they board a plane like that? No. Many people have died in the same instant. So their means are not rational actually, but they are justified out of the by realizing the emotion they are having. Hence it can be classified under Wertrechthnal social action also. But first of all, can that particular social action be termed as social action in Weberian definition? Weber has defined social action as something which has both meaning and orientation. Now this particular social action has meaning, that means what? To try to save their lives. This is what the meaning they have. Orientation, no, their action is not oriented towards anyone or anything. They are just doing it by themselves to save their own lives, not to save someone else's lives. So orientation is lacking in this particular social action, and hence this particular social action cannot be placed under Weberian social action. However, Talcott Parsons has defined social action as something which is done consciously. Consciousness is the essential element for Talcott Parsons to term some action as social action. So in this particular example, these people have definitely done that social action out of consciousness only. They are conscious of doing it. They know that if they do not try to flee out the country, they will be killed, and they also know that if they try to board the plane in such a manner on top of it, they will be killed very sooner than the Taliban would have killed them. So they are doing it out of consciousness only. Hence that can be termed as social action under Talcott Parsons perspective. But Talcott Parsons' perspective, if we try to analyze in his perspective their social action, Talcott Parsons says there are two elements of social action. One is moral orientation and the other one is value orientation. Now both these kinds of orientation must be acted in tandem for any social action to occur. Parsons has analyzed the pattern of social actions, hence he termed these both. Moral orientation is nothing but that is acted at the individual level out of one's own interest. Value orientation is something which is put upon by the society on the individual. It depends upon the expectations of the society on the individual. Now under moral orientation also, Parsons has divided the pattern like cognitive orientation, cathectic orientation and evaluative orientation. Under value orientation also, cognitive is there, appreciative is there and moral orientation is there. Hence cognitive orientation is nothing but individuals will analyze their environment in relation to their needs. Now these particular individuals who are trying to flee from the country also, they have analyzed their environment. They have understood and realized that the environment in Afghanistan is not so conducive for their healthy living, and hence they are their need is what, to live a happy life and to live a healthy life. Hence in relation to their need, that environment is not conducive and hence they have decided to flee the country. Hence cognitive orientation has played there. Now cathectic orientation is what? Individuals put their emotion and they drive their actions because of emotional attitude they have towards the object. Now what emotion is playing here? Emotion about their life, emotion about their family, about their kith and kin. Hence that emotion has definitely played some role in their actions to flee from the country. Hence cathectic orientation has played a role there. Evaluative orientation is nothing but the individuals try to put all the available options before them and they try to evaluate which option is better for their action to be achieved or for their objective to be achieved in the most efficient manner, and depending upon that evaluation they try to choose one or the other paths for action to be done. And hence in this case also individuals might have evaluated all the available options before them, and as they realize that they have no other option than to board a flight that is already moving, they must have decided to do so. Hence evaluative orientation also played a role in that particular action. In that way Parsons has concluded that moral orientation is completely in action while the individuals were doing that particular action. Now coming to value orientation, individuals might have understood that society has some expectations upon the individual and society would judge the validity of the individual's judgments. Hence cognitive orientation is definitely in place. Appreciative orientation is nothing but it allows individuals or actors to judge their own actions in relation to society's expectations. Whether society will appreciate my action or not, whether society will accept my action or not, all these things individuals will try to take into consideration before doing any action. Now moral orientation is nothing but whether the value commitment is there or not. That means every individual has some moral compass, and depending upon that moral values only individuals take actions. In this particular case society puts some moral standards and it tries to judge the individual's actions based on the standards set by the society. Hence moral orientation also plays in any action, as both moral orientation and value orientation are there. This is motivational orientation. This is motivational orientation. As both motivational orientation and value orientation are playing a role in deciding an individual's action, this can be termed as social action by Talcott Parsons, and it fits into Talcott Parsons' definition of social action. Now moving on to the next article. Here there is an article saying make cow rearing must for contesting polls, says minister. A minister in the BJP government in Madhya Pradesh on Monday suggested that rearing of cows be made mandatory for contesting elections. Now, if rearing of cows is made mandatory, under Durkheim's perspective, division of labor is what stitches the society together, as because dependence and difference are the essential ingredients in a society to maintain solidarity. Now, if cow rearing is made must, differences gets blurred, and there will be no much difference between the individuals. Now, politics are existing as a solidified unit because there are varied personalities in politics also. There are film actors, there are sports persons, there are industrialists, there are businessmen, there are educated personalities, as because all these members are there in politics, there is huge dependence and differences among the politicians, and out of that dependence and difference there emerged a solidarity among the politicians. Now, if cow rearing is made mandatory, only those people who are rearing cows would come into politics, and differences would be blurred, which undermines solidarity in return. Hence, this is not in line with Durkheim's suggestion for society's solidarity. Further, it is said a collection of 500 per month from those employees of the state government getting a monthly salary of more than 25,000 for the protection of cows, and law to ensure that all sections of society contribute for protecting cows. Now, if a law is brought to take rupees 500 out of the employees who are earning more than 25,000 per month, that contribution of 500 by law or enforcement of law or police action is done forcefully. We never know whether those individuals are giving that 500 out of their own volition. Now, this particular volition is important for social action to be complete. Just now we have discussed Talcott Parsons' social action, and for that social action motivational orientation is essential. Now, if a law is made to take 500 from the employees' pockets, that will only serve the purpose of value orientation. That means society expects that particular employee to contribute 500 every month, but motivational orientation will be lacking in that particular action, and that particular social action cannot be complete. So, motivational orientation is essential for that social action to be complete. So, these particular laws which lack their own volition or their own personal interest must not be brought, because they are coercive in nature, and any action that is coercive in nature ceases to be moral. So that's all we have for today. If you like the content, please like, share and subscribe to Statecraft IAS. If you have any comments or criticisms, or if you have anything to say, please comment and let me know in the comment section. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.